Hello everyone. Good morning or good afternoon as per your respective time zones. On behalf of entire Mastek Managers team, we would like to welcome you all to 24C Supply Chain Management, Procurement and Advanced Procurement Advisory Webinar session. This important session is to keep you fully synchronized with the new features and functionalities as part of this quarter release that Oracle provides. My name is Sachin Mishra and I'm an Oracle SCM consultant at Mastek Managers team. Today, I'm your host for this session, and I'm glad to introduce my colleague Rajdeep Bora, who is an SCM expert and part of our vast SCM team at Mastek. Today, he will take us through all the procurement and advanced procurement updates for 24C quarterly updates. This session is planned for around 45 to 60 minutes, and we will make sure that we also leave some time to answer all your questions that you may have. We also have a panelist available, Akansha Chakravarti, so you can ask any questions through chat or question panel. Before we move to the agenda, let's have a quick look at the important disclaimer. We would like to convey you our approach towards the Oracle updates in a very simpler method. We will be taking you through vital analysis for the 24C updates done by our experts, which will help you incorporating new features and updates easily into the system. Also, we will sync you on any bugs, known issues if there are any. It's good to have interactive sessions, so please do ask questions through chat or question panel. We will answer them at the end of the session. And in case if we run out of time, we will make sure to respond to you by connecting you at later stage. List of new features coming into 24C. Detailing on features so you get brief understanding on what new features are all about. Next one is what are the business benefits and important takeaway for you as a decision maker. There are four components which we have done in-depth analysis of which we are going to present to you. The first one is impact level analysis, which demonstrate the impact on the end user. If it is low impact, then regression testing can be avoided. But if it's high, we need to offer regression testing. Second one is which we are aware that there are some features which are by default auto-enabled by Oracle, and there are some which we need to opt for. Third one highlights the nature of the feature. There will be certain configurations which may be required or some can be used without any changes. And the last one is quick win. This term we use to simply convey that what is ready to use by investing minimum amount of time and what requires significant amount of time and efforts to make use of this feature. So with this, I'm handing over to you, my colleague Rajdeep Bora. Please unmute yourself. All the best, and the stage is yours.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening as per your respective time zones. First of all, I would like to thank you all for making time to join us on this webinar. I hope everyone is keeping well. My name is Rajdeep, and I will be walking you through the 24C updates for Oracle Procurement. So let's begin. The first feature that we have is use redesigned pages to view supply request lines. So this is a feature that Oracle has released with the 24C. In our prior release, that is 24B, Oracle released redesigned pages to view supply request. And with this feature, it has extended it to supply request lines. These redesigned pages are Redwood based, and this is related to the supply chain orchestration. This redesign pages gives us a better look and feel to manage supply request lines. We can get details about supply, such as details about the purchase order, transfer order, or work order that's fulfilling each supply request line. This also helps us examine the orchestration plan so as to get the current state of the task that the orchestration process might be running. We can also take actions on the supply request line to resolve any disruptions, if any. And since this is a Redwood-based feature, we can use our desktop, laptop, tablet, or any mobile handheld devices to take actions to remove supply disruptions on supply request lines. The business benefit of it is that it will help us improve our efficiency when we search for and view supply request lines on supply requests. For the impact analysis, this is a low impact feature. Do we need to enable it? Yes. Is configuration needed? No. Is this a quick win? Yes, this is a quick win. Okay, moving on to our next feature, send Oracle B2B purchase order acknowledgements to your customers. We can now use the new Oracle B2B messages to send acknowledgement to our customers in the Oracle B2B object format. The PO acknowledgement message enables us to acknowledge the POs that we receive as part of the O2C process, and these acknowledgements will help us confirm values such as the items, the quantities, dates, and any other terms as available on the order. If any of the terms subsequently change, we can send a PO change acknowledgement message to our customers to confirm the new order details. This is also a part of the collaboration messaging framework. The next feature that we have is receive CXML purchase order acknowledgements from your suppliers. We can now use the new OBN CXML purchase order acknowledgement message to receive the CXML PO acknowledgements through OBN system. The suppliers who use OBN for the P2B processes can send PO acknowledgements that conform to the CXML standard format on the collaboration messaging framework. And this collaboration messaging framework can receive and process these messages to update the PO status in our procurement system. This will be a high impact feature. Do we need to enable? Yes. Is configuration needed? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. So we will need a certain amount of configuration to enable this. The next feature we have is simplify supplier side B2B setup. So this simplified process on this particular aspect allows us to complete the B2B setup of supplier sites for procure to pay in a single step. This will help us select our trading partners and the B2B documents that we exchange with them at one go, thereby saving us time and helping us manage the P2B trading relationships better. This is an opt-in feature and which also needs a certain amount of configuration. So with the navigation provided here, we need to enable this and we will need a certain amount of configuration and we'll be good to go. So this will help us streamline communication between us and our suppliers through the B2B process. The next feature that we have is assign B2B account numbers to your ship to locations. This is a Redwood based team. The new we can use the new import B2B account utility to assign B2B account numbers to ship to locations for our suppliers. These B2B account numbers are included in the POs that we send to our suppliers via the GHX service provider, and any edits that are needed that can be made using the B2B account number task itself. In addition to this, the new version of the PO message definition also incorporates the data elements for bill only special handling type POs as well. The next we have is integrate and extend procurement using REST resources. So with the 24C release, we get new addition of a REST resource to our already existing REST resources. The new addition in 24C is purchasing line types list of values. This will help us simplify integrations with third-party systems and will help us streamline our procurement processes better, wherein REST resources are in use. And this would also help provide improved interoperability within external systems. We might have third-party systems, so this will improve the interoperability between them. And the already existing REST resources from our previous releases have been updated as well, as we can see from the screen. Purchase agreements, purchase agreement lines, these are the REST resources that we previously had, and these have been updated. So yes, the business benefit of this would be better streamline of the procurement processes. For the impact analysis, this will have low impact. Do we need to enable? Yes, this is an opt-in feature. Do we need configuration? Yes, we will need configuration for this. Is it a quick win? No. Then moving on to our next feature. Extend procurement Redwood application pages using Visual Builder Studio. So Oracle is moving from the classic UIs to Redwood-based design for the various modules, right? So with this, we can now, in a classic UI, what we had is the sandbox where we can make changes on the pages of the various UIs, right? So with the Redwood design coming in, we will have Visual Builder Studio, where we can use the business rules in the VB Studio to make changes on various pages, like we used to do in the sandbox. And we can make any fields or region required or optional, read only or editable, and depending on the client requirements. Also, this must be kept in mind that to check if a page is editable, we need to follow this particular navigation here, because not every page on Redwood design at the moment is editable. So we would need to check if the page is editable, and then we can move on with creating business rules and in the VB Studio, and then editing that particular page for our need. So yes, the impact level for this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. Create guided journeys for Redwood pages. The guided journeys will help users that visit the page by facilitating them with guided journey. That is, the user can put up videos where tutorials might be given to navigate the page and to complete a process. Company policies can also be enlisted there, and the best practice forward. So the user that visits the page would be able to have a better idea on how to proceed on the page. So this is a good feature that has been introduced with the 24C upgrade on the Redwood design. The impact level is low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? Yes, obviously we need configuration. And is it a quick win? No, this is not a quick win. So we will have to enable and make configurations for this. The next feature that we have is calculate runtime transactions conversions with generated item data. We can now calculate transactional requests. We calculate the runtime on transactional requests involving units of measure using generated data from a table of conversion. So this table will contain a set of conversions for all primary UMs. And then it will model these conversions to the primary UM of an item instead of the base UM in the parent class. So when this is enabled, the eligible UOMs that are associated with an item, they would be retrieved from this conversion table instead of being calculated from the setup data. So what this will help us in faster transactional processing. So all the valid calculations of the primary UOM for each item would be stored in this table, which would be available for faster transactional use. And yes, this feature will affect the UOM and also the UOM list of values and the conversions between the UOMs across multiple products. The impact level is low. Do we need to enable this? Yes. Configuration needed? No, this is an opt-in feature. Is this a quick win? Yes. The next feature that we have is search for requisition lines using item source. So Oracle has provided us with this additional field of item source. How this will help is that we can search for requisition lines based on item source, such as catalog, local catalog, pinch-out catalog, non-catalog request, or extended contract terms. And then we will be able to classify them on the basis of their source. This option would be available in the advanced search option on the process requisitions page. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable this? No. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes, it is a quick win. The next feature that we have is import requisitions and purchase orders requiring special handling. So to import, this is a FBDI based feature. So to import special handling requisitions, we need to enter the special handling type code in the requisitions import template, and similarly to import special handling orders, we would need to enter the special handling type in the purchase order import template on the FBDI sheet. So yes, this is a good handy feature to have. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable it? Yes, this is an opt-in feature. And the configuration is no, so we don't need any configuration to make use of this. And is it a quick win? Yes, it is a quick win. The next feature we have is configure approval rules for purchasing documents using mapping sets. Okay, with the existing practice that we have, from the example that we can see on our screen, there are 6 lines. So with our existing practice, we would need to make 6 different approval rules. But with this feature of using mapping sets, the whole requirement of this could be completed with 1 or 2 approval rules because of the use of mapping set. So with this feature, we can now use mapping sets to configure the approval authority metrics and then route purchase documents for approval against the approval authority by creating a single approval rule instead of creating multiple approval rules. So the benefit of this is this significantly will reduce the maintenance overhead associated and also the time that it takes to formulate and create rules. So yes, this is a good handy feature to have. The impact level for this is high. Do we need to enable no configuration? Yes, we definitely would need to configure this in our system. Is it a quick win? No, we will need to configure. Okay, so the next feature that we have is a bug fix. So with the 24C upgrade, we are getting a bug fix on copy requisition header descriptive flag fields to EU header when using the award flow. So before this update, requisition header descriptive flex fields were not being copied to the purchase order header when the requisition was added to a negotiation and the purchase order was created from the negotiation award decision. So after this update and this bug fix, those requisition header descriptive flex fields would be copied to the resultant PO. The impact level of this is low. Do we need to enable? No. Configuration needed is no. Is it a quick win? Yes, it is a quick win. The next feature that we have is related to external purchase prices. So when the MPN associated with an item has changed, it will be updated in the Oracle Product Hub, but external purchase price will still have reference to the old MPN. So when updates are sent from the source system or the purchasing organization with the revised manufacturer part number, the import external purchase prices schedule process updates the external purchase price lines with the new MPNs. So prior to this update, if the changed MPN was sent by the source system, then a new external purchase line was created with the new MPN, and the existing external purchase price lines with the old MPN had to be cancelled. So yes, with this new feature, we have this advantage. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable? No. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes, it is a quick win. The next feature we have is approve internal changes on supplier profile. So this is related to the supplier model. So we can apply change control on supplier profile updates to organization details and information like income tax data, bank accounts, addresses, and now also on the supplier sites. So when an internal user updates this supplier information, an internal supplier profile change request is generated that requires approval for the changes to take place. So this feature is relating to change control capability, and it assures that the supplier data management processes are correctly and securely streamlined, and also that the information that is entered and or edited is correctly captured, and also provides security on the data management processes, which would be very essential to meet the audit compliance requirements. The impact level for this feature is low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? Yes, we need to configure. Is it a quick win? No. Moving on to our next feature, extending next generation supplier self-service registration. So this is a Redis-based feature. It is related to the Visual Builder Studio, VBS, or VBCS as we refer to it. So with this feature, we can make business rules in the Visual Builder Studio to make changes on the UI for the next-gen supplier self-service registration. We can configure the company details, contacts, and addresses pages to make fields required or optional, editable or read-only, shown or hidden, mandatory, and likewise. So basically what we used to do with the sandbox on the classic UI, we'll be able to do with the VBCS or VBS on the next generation supplier self-service registration page. The impact level of this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Is configuration needed? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. The next feature that we have is also a Redis-based feature, search suppliers with a new user experience. So we can search for suppliers using the inbuilt fuzzy matching that the Redis feature offers. And then the new suppliers task has been added in the suppliers purchase agreements and purchase orders work area to provide us better access to the new search page. So this feature will help us in streamlining our searches and making it faster and better. So Redis is trying, Oracle is trying with its Redis design feature to enhance its functionality. So this is one of the addition to that. The impact level of this is low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration needed? Yes. But yes, we need a quick opt-in and a small configuration. So if we look at it, it's a quick win for us. The next feature that we have is from the sourcing area. Create negotiation synopsis with generative AI. So we can use the generative artificial intelligence to summarize our negotiations and create a synopsis. So once we have entered the details, we can use the AI assist to generate the synopsis. As you can see on the screen, after enabling this feature, synopsis will appear on the cover page as the last step before the review. From the screen, we can see that 6 is AI assist synopsis. So yeah, this is a good feature to have. The impact level for this is low. Need to enable? Yes, we need to enable it. For a configuration, yes, we will need to configure it. Is it a quick win? No. The next feature we have is from the sourcing module again. So copy negotiation award descriptive flex field to purchasing documents. So we can now pass DFF values from the negotiation to the purchasing documents during award. The DFF values on the negotiation header are passed to the purchasing document header and from the negotiation line to the purchasing document line. The impact level for this is high. Do we need to enable? No. Do we need configuration? Yes, we will need to configure this. Is it a quick win? No. The next feature that we have is option to retain requirements in new round. This is also a sourcing related feature. So when creating a new round, we can now select if we want to retain the requirements or not. As you can see from the image shown here, there's this checkbox of retain requirements. So if you uncheck the option to retain requirements, then none of the previous round requirements would be copied to the new round. This feature will help the approval process and with the analysis, award analysis and approval process, and will help us to make an informed award decision based on the previous round score and new round pricing. So this is also a good feature to have. The impact level for this would be high. Do we need to enable it? Yes. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes. So we just need to check on the opt-in feature and we'll be good to go on this feature. Hide response line attachments. This is also a sourcing related update that we have. So suppliers, they often attach additional documents or links when responding to lines in a negotiation. And sometimes as these attachments may contain added information or price lists, which is not to be disclosed to certain evaluators who are members of the scoring only team. So what help this feature would provide is that the scoring only team members would not be able to decode these attachments. So this is also a good feature to have. So as you can see, after this feature is enabled, scoring only team members with no price visibility won't be able to view or download response line attachments. The impact level of this would be high. Do we need to enable? No. We need a minor configuration to use this feature. So if we consider it, then yes, it's a quick win for us. The next feature we have is view negotiation abstracts with a new user experience. This is a Redwood-based feature. The abstracts are negotiation summaries that are presented to the public on the buying organization's external website. So suppliers can easily discover negotiations, can review the details, and then determine if they're interested in participating without logging in to the sourcing application. So the feature offers the following capabilities. That is the ability to configure a header and footer, which are company-specific content to include key information. And then supplier can easily sign in or register from the page using the actions available on top of the page header. The impact level for this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Do we need to configure? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. The next feature we have is search negotiations in supplier portal with a new user experience. So suppliers can search for negotiations with a better experience with this feature in the new Redwood page. So when accessed from the supplier portal task menu, view negotiations, suppliers are presented with all open negotiations by default. So suppliers can use the search filters to find all the open or closed negotiations, and they can further filter based on whether they have responded to it or not. They can also filter for negotiations where they received new messages. So the search filter option allows one to find all open or closed negotiation. The impact level for this would be high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? No, no configuration is required. And is it a quick win? Yes, it's just an opt-in feature, so we can just process it, and yes, it's good to go. So it would be considered as a quick win. We can consider it as a quick win. Moving on to our next feature. Configure, respond to questionnaire, and evaluate qualification notifications using Oracle Analytics Publisher. So this feature is related to supplier qualification management. The new respond to questionnaire and evaluate qualification notifications using the Oracle Analytics Publisher would provide us a better look and feel for this. And we can also configure the content, the layout, the style of the notifications according to what the business needs at the moment. That is, this will help us personalize the process. We can also opt to put up specific instructions on how to proceed or where to find more information. So this will give us a good look and feel of the corporate brand, thus enabling us to provide a better image or to represent our organization better. The impact analysis for this is the impact level will be low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Is configuration needed? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. Send evaluation notifications to all team members. So this feature is also related to supplier qualification management. So now all team members would be notified when a supplier qualification is ready for evaluation. Prior to this, only the qualification owner would receive the notification. The benefit of this is that when all the members are notified, as and when a qualification is ready, this will allow any evaluator who has the bandwidth to take action on that particular item. So this will reduce the overall evaluation time and definitely would avoid the waiting period for the qualification owner to proceed on the task, and any team member that have the bandwidth can act on it. So yes, this will be a good feature to have. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable? No. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes, it is a quick win. Moving on to our next feature, view requisitions created by other preparers. So with our classic SSP, we have this feature to view requisitions that have been prepared by others. But in the RSSP application, we were not able to view the requisitions that others have prepared. So with the 24C release, we will be able to view requisitions created by others. So this will help us in a number of ways. The impact level of this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes, it's a opt-in feature, but which is a quick win. Do we need to configure anything to use this feature? No, configuration is not needed. The next feature that we have is also related to our responsive self-service procurement application, which we generally refer to as the RSSP. Manage approvers on requisitions during shopping checkout. So we can now manage the list of approvers for requisitions during shopping checkout, which was not possible until now in the responsive self-service application. But before 24C, we were only able to preview this information. But with this feature, we can view approvers on a cart while during checkout, and this displays a list of approvers required to review the requisition as part of the approval process. And we can also add ad hoc approvers. So if we want to send it to additional approvers, that also we can do. As you can see from the image here, to add an ad hoc approver, use the add approvers option. So by clicking on this add approvers, we can add an additional approver to it. So the impact analysis for this is the impact level is low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes, because the need to enable is a quick opt-in feature that we need to enable in the system. So yes, it's a quick. Moving on to our next feature, modify requisitions as an approver. So for requisitions that are created and submitted in the RSSP application, as an approver, we can now modify and approve them in the RSSP application. In addition, we can also edit a requisition and we can save it for later in any of these cases as shown here. So the first case is we don't have the required information to review it, and or we want to edit the different requisition, or you want to shop for yourself. So yes, this is a good handy feature to have. The impact level for this would be high, definitely. Do we need to enable? Yes, we would need to enable. It's an opt-in feature. Do we need configuration to use this feature? No. Is it a quick win? Yes, it's a quick. create urgent requisitions. This is also a Redwood-based feature on the RSSP. So while creating a requisition, the preparer can check on this urgent flag if the requisition that the preparer is preparing is of urgent nature. And when the buyer would be processing, they would see the urgent flag as yes. So the benefit of this feature is that the buyer would be able to prioritize on the requisitions. Like if there's an urgent requisition, then definitely he or she can prioritize it to be processed earlier than the other requisitions. So the impact level of this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration? No. It's a quick win because it's an opt-in feature. We just need to opt in and we are good to use. Moving on to our next feature, update the preparer and requester on requisitions. So we already have this feature in our classic SSP, but which was missing from RSSP. With the 24C upgrade, this feature is now available on the RSSP application. So this is an important feature to have for many of the clients. So yes, this would be a good feature to have. The impact level for this would be high. Do we need to enable? Yes, we would need to opt in into this feature to use it. Configuration? No. Is it a quick win? Yes. Moving on to our next feature, that is create requisitions as an advanced user. So this is something which is available on our classic SSP, but was missing from the RSSP. So with the 24C release, Oracle has added this to the RSSP application as well. That is enter requisition line. So we can now create requisition lines by providing an item or service details. Description-based requisitions can also be created. After the line is created with the delivery and billing information, you can make updates if necessary. So the impact level of this is high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Do we need to configure? Yes. But the opt-in is a small step through, and configuration, it doesn't require much configuration. It's a small configuration. So if we consider that, we can consider this as a quick win. The next feature we have is procure extended contract items. As you can see from the image provided here, we have this dedicated tab for try extended contracts. So we can now create requisitions for extended contract items in the RSSP application. And items, extended contract items are the items associated with external purchase price lines. So this is a very good handy feature to have. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable it? Yes, we need to enable it. Do we need to configure it? No. Is it a quick win? Yes. Populate currency on requisition lines automatically from the supplier side's invoice currency. This is also a Redwood-based feature for the RSSP. So depending on the organization's requirement, we have this feature where the invoice currency can be configured on a supplier side using the invoice controls. So if we need that the currency gets automatically populated with a different currency than what we're using for a supplier that has a different currency. So as and when we are creating, this is an example shown for the non-catalog request. So as and when we are creating the catalog request, we can select the supplier and the supplier side. And if that supplier side is having a different currency, it would get automatically populated. The impact level for this is low. Do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration needed is yes. Is it a quick win? No. The next feature that we have is also from the responsive self-service procurement application. Initiate change orders for requisitions with multiple distributions. Prior to this update, we were not able to create change orders for requisitions with multiple distributions. If a requisition line has multiple distributions, we were not able to initiate change orders on it. But with the 24C upgrade, we will be able to do so. For that, we just need to set this profile option to no. Requester change orders managed on Redwood page profile option. We will have to set it to no. The impact level of this would be high. Do we need to enable? Yes. Do we need to configure it in the system? Yes. Is it a quick win? No. Then moving on to the next feature, import requisitions and purchase orders requiring special handling. So this is also a Redwood feature associated with the RSSP. To import special handling requests, we will need to enter the special handling type code in the requisitions import template. And similarly, to import special handling orders, we will need to enter the special handling type in the purchase order import template. So this is an FBDI based feature, and which would be beneficial for the client if they are in the practice of using FBDI for such processes. So yes, the impact level for this is how do we need to enable? Yes. Configuration needed is no. Is it a quick win? Yes, because it's an opt-in feature. We can quickly opt-in into it and we would be good to go. That's all we had for the 24C procurement upgrade. Thank you for joining in. Now I will hand over to Sachin for further.
Thank you, Rajdeep, for the wonderful insights. As we have seen, there is a lot of impressive features that came up in this quarter release 24C. Let's quickly move towards the Q&A part now. Akansha Chakravarti, could you please unmute yourself and please check if we have received any questions in our question and or chat panel.
Hi Sachin, hi all. Till yet I didn't receive any questions. If you guys any questions regarding this upgrade, could you please drop down your messages or your questions? We try to respond accordingly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the confirmation. So you will receive an email by next week wherein presentation and session recordings would be available to you at a single click. So these are the upcoming sessions which you can see on screen. HR Help Desk and ORC Oracle Quarterly Updates that is planned on 9th of July. Talent and OLC Oracle Quarterly Updates 24C that is also planned on 10th of July. Supply Chain Management, Inventory and Order Management that is planned on 10th of July. And the last session is Benefits and Compensation Oracle Quarterly Updates is planned on 11th of July. So please register or ask your colleagues to register and be a part of these webinars. And in case if you face any issues, you can directly report to us to our official mail ID, cmsoperations@mastek.com. We are working round the clock 24/7 to serving our global customer support. So before you leave us, we would like to have a quick feedback on today's session with the help of poll. I'm going to launching a poll on your screens right now. Please rate your overall experience of today's session, where 1 being the lowest rating and 5 being the highest. We have got the ratings, closing the poll. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the session for a valuable time. Yeah, bye. Have a nice day.